Fucking John Wick, man.
And we're live. Just want to make sure I got your audio, Gun.
You got me?
I got you. All right, welcome to the cast. I am Calmec87. I'm joined tonight by Gun Grip Customs, and we're going to be casting a match, Onward VR, between Nordique Tactique and the Shadow Kings. So for anybody that's not aware, Onward is a virtual reality tactical milsim. Tonight the teams are playing the game mode competitive uplink. Teams will compete across 3 maps, playing each map to a best of 7 rounds. Each round will end when either team eliminates all of their opponents, if the offensive team captures the objective, or if the defensive team successfully repels the offense for 6 minutes. At the end of each round, the offense and defense switch sides, and the objective will move after every second round. So everybody gets a chance to attack and defend each objective until either team reaches 4 points. How are you doing this evening, Gun?
Great, man. Great. Thanks for having me. This is always a learning experience and a good time. Good to be here.
Well, thank you. We're just getting acquainted with the objective. First objective of the evening is inside of the hotel.
Ooh, fun stuff. This is a good one. This is challenging. I find it challenging anyway. Might say more about my skill level than the actual challenge level of the OBJ, but I think this one is pretty tough.
I also find this one challenging, but I like it. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of ways to approach this objective, but there is, and with the right use of utility, smoke grenades, flashes, it's good. Looks like the teams are spawning in now.
Oh, getting right at it.
Nope. And we're gonna go catch up with the offensive team, who spawned in the west in construction.
Wait a minute. Oh, I'm gonna get some feedback here.
So Nordic Tactique breaking down into a typical 2-3, with 3 going to the north here towards the 2 warehouses. I'm just looking. Sharkfish is also pushed out towards those warehouses. I think we're going to see a contact there fairly early.
This is a good position by Sharkfish. He could catch 2 or 3, all 3 of these guys possibly if they're not checking for it.
Very clever positioning. Now, Sharkfish definitely is getting some audio cues out of Jimbo here.
Jimbo is not going to check it. Nope, it's not on his radar at all. Sharkfish is going to be real dangerous here.
Want to see
All
what
depends on this timing.
Just pulled up Sharkfish's POV here.
What's he thinking?
Oh, yeah.
What's going through Sharkfish's mind? When to push?
Jimbo
What's
definitely knows something's going on. But with the silencer on that pistol, I'm not sure.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me Shark just shot Jimbo and he doesn't know?
Oh, he knows. He just doesn't know how to get around it, I think. He hasn't decided how he's going to react.
Oh, I see. I see what's happening. That's what the revive was about.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, that ties up Sharkfish and Jimbo for a while, but there's lots of activity elsewhere.
Peace Seller making a move on to the green room entrance here on the stairs.
Absolutely.
Got one.
The Weller just picked up just Pete. Where was this at?
Oh, Sharkfish does get Jimbo. And confirms. Very quickly, you can see how quick this can turn. Llewellyn takes Farmer Boss.
Got another.
It's all coming apart here for Nordique Tactique, unfortunately, on their first offensive round.
Killed one out.
Sharkfish takes Luton right here, same spot. No idea that he's back there, I think. The suppressed pistol is
And
super nasty.
Sharkfish takes Peace Seller across the street.
Wow. Is that a 4-piece for Shark or a 3-piece?
That was a 3-piece for Shark and a 2-piece for Llewellyn.
Excellent. Strong work. I mean, the guys inside the hotel really got no push on them. You know what I mean? There was no need for them to repel anyone because Sharkfish and Llewellyn handled it on the outskirts of their kind of defense and layers. You know what I mean?
That's always the goal.
Right.
I seem to have lost your video. Oh, there we go. I lost your video for a moment there.
So solid push by Sharkfish, mostly pushed up to those the warehouses there. Nordique Tactique happened to get the spawn just west of those warehouses, and they didn't check it. I'm kind of surprised. Three guys were right by those warehouses and they didn't clear it out. They walked right by it, which allowed Sharkfish to really cause lots of damage later in the round. He was super patient. It was a little weird. He didn't get the I can't remember who it was, the first guy right by him. Right off, he had to kind of re-engage that guy to get him down and finally finish him off. And then he picked 2 more up after that. And Llewellyn took care of 2 in the office area, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I keep losing your video there. I'm gonna try and figure that out before the next round starts. Keep that right in front and see what happens this time.
Trying to figure out, it sounds like my Onward audio is coming from the laptop instead of just my headphones. I gotta figure that out.
All right, Shadow King's getting the northeast spawn, so opposite end of the map from where Nordique Tactique spawned.
I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna replay it. Fuck yeah.
This is the spicy one here.
Absolutely.
Immediate contact inside the garage. Right away. Yeah, they're gonna push heavy.
Trading
Yep.
in the garage.
Cat trades
Cap
with Peace
Doctori
Seller.
trades with Peace Seller and gets picked up.
Luton cleans up both. Wow. Incredible. Great timing by Luton in the basement.
Absolutely, that was great. Looks like Sharkfish is trying to clean up Luton.
I'm gonna check in on Llewellyn, see what he's looking at. He's checking out the main entrance right now. Creeping up slowly.
Oh, this is a great tactic. War Within takes Luton. Great tactic between Sharkfish and War Within. Excellent communication. They drew Luton out there.
Weller is gonna have just Pete to deal with in the lobby here. Does he have any util?
Just Pete
like
is
he's
in an
carrying a
excellent
couple
position
smokes.
there.
Yeah, just Pete's in a tough spot. I believe that desk is penetrable though.
I've heard
So-
both. I've shot at it a lot of times and not hurt the person on the other side. So
Same. So maybe that information is flawed. I don't know. But Sharkfish pushing up the garage spiral stairs at the same time. This is going to be good. He flashes Farmer Boss. Farmer Boss sets himself on fire. He's
Oh,
down.
wow. Sharkfish gets just Pete behind the desk.
Wow. Sharkfish is on fire right now.
Yeah. 5-0. Definite top fragger for the first couple rounds of the map.
So, I wish there was replays. The timing. So Sharkfish, Loiler's outside the lobby, just waiting to go. Sharkfish, pretty much bulldog in a china shop or bull in a china shop. He comes up the stairs from the garage parking, the basement parking garage. Flashes Farmer Boss, who has a Molotov cocktail on him apparently, runs away from the flash. His Molotov gets dropped. He sets himself on fire. Sharkfish comes up the stairs and takes out Peace Seller, who's behind the desk in the lobby, and then he cleans up the last man on OBJ in like 15 seconds. That was nuts.
Yeah, that all happens very, very quickly. It's a good example of when communication goes right. Absolutely.
Right. Right.
That could have gone the other way. The communication was good. We saw some excellent tactics out of the Shadow Kings, but by the same token, it does not always go that well.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, Onward timing is a B.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that more than me. I'll tell you, man, I'm the worst at it. Next, OBJ gas station. This one's a little tricky. Several places to cap from here.
There we go. Just made some adjustments on my side. Everything here looks good. And the next round is beginning. Let's see where the offensive team is spawning. Okay, so the offense is spawning northwest over at the warehouses.
What are the Shadow Kings going to do on defense? Let's see.
Interesting push here from Nordique Tactique. We've got Jimbo pushing the construction on the south side of the map on his own, with the other 4 members pushing towards the north side office stairs. Oh, Peace Seller takes the Weller in the garage.
Non, dans le gas station et tout, je l'entends parler.
Good comms coming out of Nordique Tactique as well.
I just wish I understood what they were saying.
I can barely pick up on just a little bit of it.
Sharkfish pushing in the south here, looking for Jimbo. Did he get some audio cues, or is he just pushing? Oh, Sharkfish is in trouble. Onward timing. There's a chase going down in the south. Sharkfish
does take
doubles.
Jimbo.
Doubles back. Nicely done.
War within downs Farmer Boss.
And takes Just Pete.
This really highlights the importance of patience. We saw it out of Sharkfish as well.
Luton looking to pick him up as well.
A little bit of onward timing there. Luton picks up War.
Yeah. Unfortunately, late refrag. War took 2 of his Marsakians with him.
Now, typically, I would give I'd give a 3-2 advantage to the defense as a pretty strong defense, but this objective can be captured from so many angles, and it is so difficult to cover it with 3 defenders.
He's headed up by the cars.
Oh, good comms coming out of Sharkfish.
Yep, Luton and Shark getting into it. Peace Seller takes Smiths.
Yeah, and there we go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. With Sharkfish.
No one is on OBJ.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This is dangerous.
Cap Doctore.
He's looking at it. He can see he's got a good line of sight on it. But if it gets smoked, he's gonna have to get lucky. Peace Seller could cap from inside.
want to see what goes on inside of this gas station.
Picks him up. This is not
Oh,
good.
not good at all. This is a cap.
Sure is. Well done. Well done,
Excellent.
Nordique Tactique. Peace seller. Great move, man. He picked Smiths up. There wasn't enough of a. There just wasn't enough of a defensive correction to losing that man on OBJ. Cap
Absolutely.
that story. Yeah, Cap had a good line of sight to the front of the gas station, but you know, as we know, as we just saw, you can cap from inside as well.
That's like I said, this objective, there's so many lines and it's so hard to cover with just 2 or 3. As soon as it became 2 defenders with the Shadow Kings, and with one of them running a flank, that's a really tough situation to be in. And even if there's a defensive rotation, you got to be quick on your feet.
I don't know if you caught it, but that speaking of that flank, it was the onward timing was crazy. Who was it? That was open peace seller Luton.
Yep.
Over in the office, who picked up the refrag on War Within. Sharkfish was actually coming down from the office building as Luton was coming around this corner by the OBJ. Onward timing, just barely missed his shots. If he would have picked up Luton, Sharkfish would have pushed there, and I think would have been in a better position to possibly intercept Peace Seller.
Absolutely. The patience that Peace Seller had there in the garage, though, I'm not sure just standing in front of him would have been enough. He definitely was in a strong position and moved towards that cap.
For sure. I mean, Sharkfish, I think, was doing the right thing. He realized man on OBJ was down, and he just started running towards it. He went at it. Unfortunately, Peace Seller was already set into the corner, laying in that ambush, waiting for him to come. I'm sure he heard the footsteps long before Sharkfish came through the door.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here we go.
All right, Shadow Kings getting the other offensive spawn in construction lumberyard there. I want to see how they answer that cap. So capturing the objective is worth 2 points. So that actually caught Nordique Tactique up to the 2 rounds that the Shadow Kings took early on in the map.
Yeah, completely new game now.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure that's the Shadow Kings were kind of on a roll. I'm sure that stopped them dead in their tracks.
That momentum is so important. So important.
Heavy push in the south here by Shadow Kings.
Gonna be given lots of audio cues here to Farmer Boss. I want to see if he calls them out.
He has not yet made a call.
He hears them. He is moving. And he has dropped his clicker for the C4 in favor of his foregrip. So he's expecting him to come down the middle stairs there on the south side.
Looks like we got a one-man Sharkfish on the middle stairs, and then a 2-man push all the way to the east here.
It also looks like we might be seeing a contact in the office shortly. Patience out of everyone involved here.
Yeah, we're 2.5 minutes in, and I don't think anybody's fired a shot. Oh, am I stuck in a wall? I am stuck in a wall. There we go.
The other curiosity is how many of the players are using night vision. I see that Sharkfish is. We don't typically play or choose to play night maps when the option's there.
Right. This is an interesting choice. Sharkfish picks up Farmer Boss in the gas station there, or in the repair shop. Sorry.
That was a very, very good push. Smith takes Peace Seller.
Just Pete holding the front. Smoke near OBJ. Just Pete. This is dangerous. Smith is inside. Gets picked up through the smoke. Blind fire.
Looking where the 3 guys in the south are. with some more patience, I think the refrag on Just Pete would have been there.
True. But possibly. I don't know if that wall would have obstructed their view.
Lutenate takes Cap Doctore. The
It's up to
longest
that
name in
south
Onward.
bush. Mine might be pretty close. I think I'm going to change it, though. All right, we got our south push still intact. 3 guys. Sharkfish war within Llewellyn. Llewellyn is in the nature trail. Got his foothold in the corner of it. Going to work his way around. Sharkfish picks up Lutenate back in the behind the gas station. 203 smoke on OBJ. Here we go. The push is happening. 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yep. And that forces the rotation.
Judge Peak is picked up by Sharkfish. Overwatch from the tanks, the tank scaffolding. Jimbo Will is panicking right now. Some more utility by Llewellyn. Smokes all over the place. They should be calling for this cap.
Yep.
If their count is good, they are not going to kill Jimbo.
If Llewellyn can get behind that corner, this is a cap.
Cap Central. Cap City is happening. This is the map for Shadow Kings. Nicely done.
There we go. And they answered a cap with a cap. This is one of my favorite objectives because it's so easy to cap. And we just witnessed both teams were able to capitalize on that from different positions with similar tactics, however. That was excellent. So the teams will be voting on, or not voting on, I should say, selecting a new map. So we'll take a quick look here. Sharkfish 10-1 over
what?
4 rounds. Definite top fragger. I am always happy to see Sharkfish on my side of the lobby. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that guy's hard to play against, man.
Absolutely. Otherwise, everybody kind of held their own. Definitely some good plays out of Luton, and excellent communication out of both teams.
Yeah, both caps were pretty well executed. Peace Sellers, I think a little bit more onward timing involved there. He was a last man up against 2 defenders. No, I'm sorry, he did have a partner up, but his partner was off. He was by himself, making the push by himself on OBJ. As opposed to the Shadow Kings, how they finished it up. 3 guys, south push, intact, and with tons of utility, a couple forced rotations because of the smokes. Pretty excellent.
Yeah. No, I agree. So it looks like our next map is going to be Suburbia.
Fun. The Burbs. I got team names.
Now, Suburbia is one of my favorite maps. However,
really,
yeah, it's one of my favorite maps, but it does not play quite to our strengths, or quite to my strengths, I should say.
Yeah. It's all right. I'm not a fan. It's really good if you're playing with people you play with all the time, and the communication is on point.
I am going to have to exit to main menu here, so I'm just going to leave you to maybe commentate on the first 30 seconds of the map, if you don't mind.
Yeah, get in there, fly around. Oh, I see why, the night vision thing. I'll go after you. I'll fly around the glowing buildings for a little while.
So
first OBJ.
Yeah, while I'm dealing with these technical difficulties, I'm just going to throw up a video, and I'll bring you back to commentate on the first round.
Cool.
Ah, bastard! All right. So you're back, Gun, and if you can just give us a nice play-by-play once the round starts here, I'll get in as soon as I can.
All right, I'll try to.
How are we looking there, Gun? Is that round starting yet?
No, not yet.
That is.
You still got me?
I've
I
still
just
got
figured
you.
out what was going on. I had my sound output coming from the laptop speakers instead of through this microphone headset setup.
I think potentially we might have another echo from you. I'll double check that in a minute here. I just want to get into the lobby and fix my little oops there.
I'm gonna restart. Try to get rid of this
It
night vision.
might be on my side, so I'm not too worried about it quite yet.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Always get to deal with technical difficulties when doing anything live.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so I have to restart. Do I need to shut the game all the way down, or can I just go back to the main lobby and join?
I had to shut the game all the way down.
Yeah, it looks like it. Awesome.
All right, so we're almost there. Looks like the round is just starting. And I made it right on time. And I'm just going to bring you guys back to the main screen. And so early in the round, Smith picks up Just Pete. Llewellyn picks up Luton. Llewellyn up on the slide. Pre-firing some of those common spots. Jimbo in a good spot there, takes out Smiths. And he's in a good spot to call out the 3 in the playground. So very quickly, this has become a... There we go. Shadow Kings take the first offensive round. So we didn't miss too much there.
Was it a quick one?
It was quick. It was over in 2 minutes. Good push by the Shadow Kings on a center house objective, second floor. So in between rounds here, we'll talk about this objective. It is on the second floor of this center house, central in the map. This is a fairly small map. Like I said, doesn't play to my play style, but it's got so much charm. I love this map. There's 4 main lanes that the players can traverse in between the houses. The spawns for the offensive team for this objective are going to be on the north side of the map in one of those 3 backyards. And the defensive team will be spawning in the center backyard in the south. So let's catch up with the offensive team as they're spawning in here, which will be Nordique Tactique for the second round.
Hey Cal, show me that. Send me that code, will you?
That's the cast link you need there. Oh, the code.
Nah. Yeah, lobby codes. Can you set it? Don't say it out loud.
Yep. No, we're just got to squeeze myself over to Discord here.
I shut down in my memory. Usually fails me. Short term. I wonder why. Got it.
There we go.
I was close. When I tried before.
Had it backwards, right?
No, the last digit was wrong.
Okay. We recently had an experience where the code was leaked in the middle of a cast, and it was a very frustrating experience. So
Oof. Yeah, it was. It was. All right, shots fired.
So all those early contacts coming out of Sharkfish, who is pre-firing lane 3.
Tons of utility happening in lane 2. C4 just goes off, doesn't take anybody. Blind flash over to lane 1, just in case. Captain covering the back of center house. Smith is up on OBJ second floor.
This is a pretty tight defense for this objective.
Yeah, they're staying in close. We're within a little ambush sandbag spot there.
Just gotta, I think, give a little boost to the game audio there.
Ooh, Capital Torre takes just Pete, but Farmer Boss with a quick refrag. Shoots him in the back.
All right.
4v4.
So Farmer Boss hanging out was in lane 2, moving around to lane 1. We have Peace Seller, Jimbo, Playground, and Burning. And Luton 8 on the BMP2, I believe that is, on South Street there.
Is that what that is?
I think so. Sharkfish takes Luton 8. 100% of BMP.
Volk Mansion.
Oh, nice.
All right. Cat's out of the bag. Sharkfish now knows.
Yep.
Oh, Peace Seller. Great shots
That's
on
phenomenal.
Sharkfish. Incredible shots.
That's a great line from that. On B there. Now,
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn. We just witnessed, I think it was Jimbo playing that line in the last round, so they're likely to clear that line. Farmer takes
Farmer
Llewellyn.
Boss. Right when you said it, he
Yep.
checked it.
That was an interesting.
Llewellyn was not ready.
Yeah, that was a tight.
Oh no! Lack of comms. Peace Seller downs his teammate Jimbo.
Farmer takes war.
That helps. That helps Peace Seller get this revive.
Yep. So just Smiths. This is a very difficult objective to defend with just one.
Yeah, Smith is in a tight spot here.
There's just about 2 places where you can actually defend the objective effectively in this upstairs. Smith is in one of them. However, they're both susceptible to flashbangs and smokes thrown in the same place. So even though he can be in 2 places, he's not really protected, because I would predict he's somewhere upstairs there. Farmer Boss tries to get a smoke in the window.
That's gonna make things a little hazy a bit where Smith's is.
It's also going to disrupt any audio cues. So any footsteps that Smith hears, he might not be able to position exactly or orient exactly where those footsteps are coming from.
So you got to think, if you're Smith's, do I disable the uplink? I'm last man up. I have no idea how many guys I'm going up against, because it's not likely that he knows how many that are up, that are still up.
So
Or do you die trying?
on this objective, I die trying. There are a couple objectives where you can't see all of the cap spots, and in that case, like that last one on egress, 100%
Right.
disable the uplink. For anyone not aware, disabling the uplink forfeits just 1 point to your opponents as opposed to giving them the opportunity to earn 2 with a capture. I think he's
Watching
Seller
it from
here.
Smith's POV.
Nope, and Jimbo gets him from the front yard. That was a phenomenal push by Nordique Tactique, and they get back that Volk advantage. They answer the Marsoc win and don't give the Shadow Kings any momentum. So that's excellent. After 2 rounds...
Yeah, they're still up. Smith's had nothing to do.
Farmer Boss and Jimbo both going 3-1 after 2 rounds. Sharkfish
I
with a
guess
3-2.
we see who's comfortable here in Suburbia.
Comfort does not equate to success.
Not always.
All right.
Next OBJ, lane 3 red car, North Street.
Now this objective, in my experience, Gun, I can never get this one capped. There's just way too many lines. Very easy for the defense to have the late angle on that one.
I wish I could draw on the map like John Madden, but I can't. Best I can do is describe it. The smoothest smoke cap I've ever seen on this. I can't remember the team, man. I don't know why, because it was pretty cool. They basically made a column of smokes leading from the lane 3 north side fence there, well, just south of the red car. From that opening in the fence in lane 3, made a column of smokes on the left and right side, straight to the red car. Had a couple of smokes on the far side of it, and one guy just ran up and knocked it out, and got lucky because he was definitely getting shot at. It's if you got anybody left up, it's hard to get this cap for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that. See if that helps at all. Ooh. All right. Four lanes to choose from and 5 players. I'd like to see how they break up their fire teams here. Sharkfish and Smith's going for a more aggressive push on lane 2. Farmer Boss and Luton very aggressive defense on lane 4.
I'm not sure what the flash was for Luton, just in case flash, because I'm not sure that he peeked it after it went off.
It's an interesting spot for Luton and Farmer Boss. There's a refrag there for sure.
Yeah.
If one of them goes down.
Or a well-placed nade, and there's 2 downs.
That I witnessed that one last night, so it does happen. Oh, Luton takes Captain
Wins the gunfight.
Smiths takes Luton. Farmer takes Smiths. There's that refrag I was talking about.
Oh, wow.
-1.
Yeah, that was a lot of
What just
activity.
happened there?
Leaving the Shadow Kings with only 1 up. That you see how quickly things can fall apart. Follow with Llewellyn here and see.
What is Lou thinking? How could he possibly clear this map?
Now he does get the
Trades him out.
trade with Jimbo, but just fortunately a little too late. Like I said, that objective, if you don't have numbers, a numbers advantage, it's a very tough objective to get to.
That would have taken tons of, as Nomad calls it, shooting and scooting.
That's right. So after 3 rounds, top fraggers are Llewellyn and Farmer Boss with 4 apiece. It seems like an easy objective to defend, just given all of the lines they could have onto it. But a lot of those lines are open to the offensive as they move through. What's your favorite spot to hang out watching this one?
I like the red car over here in the northeast.
Yep.
I dig this red car. Gives you a wide open sight of the entirety of lane 4, and you can look over to the lane 3 exit, just right near the OBJ.
Yeah, as long as you got one other teammate up, I think that's a really confident position. And if you're willing to get prone, you can get a good line underneath the back end of the car as well.
Oh yeah, get real nasty all the way down to the corner of lane 4, the south corner. If I'd say if you had 2 people up, somebody either there or behind the Hescos there between it and the OBJ, and then somebody on the lane 3 house porch looking back at OBJ.
Yep. No, I concur. All right, let's see. How Nordique Tactique approaches this objective.
Free fire coming out.
Cap Doctori pre-firing lane 3. And Peace Seller returning a favor and actually getting a little piece of Llewellyn there.
Yeah, he did. Got a little lucky. I wonder if you saw him or if he just got lucky through the fences.
I think it was just a response to the pre-fire, but I wasn't watching his POV there. Not in time.
Nordique Tactique kind of spread east to west. Slowly pushing up a little bit of a bunch up in the middle there. But they're covering pretty much from lane 1 to lane 4.
Yeah, Luton taking a slow push. Probably looking for somebody at red car like you were talking about on lane 4.
Yeah, he's kind of lucky he got as far as he did. He's lucky somebody wasn't over there watching because he didn't move quickly and he wasn't prone.
Peace Seller gets a good effective smoke on Llewellyn. Just Pete gets Sharkfish through the fence.
Peace Seller.
Takes
wow,
Llewellyn.
Walks right up and takes Llewellyn out. How did he get right there? Unbelievable. Peace Seller's on the cap. He's in the smoke, trying to make this cap. Warburton picks him up.
As those smokes start to time out, that momentum is just a little broken. And just like that, Smiths takes Luton, and we're back to a 3-3.
Warburton up on the slide trying to pick and he does. Picks up Just Pete over in lane 2. Last 2 guys are trapped on the lane 1 area. Looks like 1-2.
Farmer Boss gets low.
They're going to have to fight their way down the street. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
In a perfect world, I would not want to be in that position.
No. Not much cover here.
Not much cover, but excellent time to go prone. A lot of rounds going over Farmer Boss there. What loadout is he running? Oh, that is a good loadout for this, I think.
War within with the flank comes up, takes Jimbo. Farmer Boss on his belly, clutching onto life.
Just trying to get a little peek over the fence, I think. There. Let's see what's he really seeing there. He's looking for Smiths.
Smiths picks him up
answers.
as he tries to evacuate. Tell you what, that was looking good for Nordique Tactique there for a bit, and it just fell apart. A bit unfortunate, I think. Peace Seller put a good move on the OBJ with the red with the Christmas festive smokes.
I saw
But
that.
he went by himself. He didn't have any support. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was just uh, he saw an opportunity and tried to go for it, or if that was a planned play and everybody else was just a little bit behind his pace. Uh, it was a good try, but unfortunately, it didn't pan out.
So I think any play in hindsight you can pick apart and onward.
For sure.
They definitely didn't have fire teams moving together for the refrags on that one, but on that objective, I do tend to agree with spreading out that extended line and creating a little bit of chaos, because sometimes that's the
Yeah.
only way to get to those open objectives is to create some chaos and gain some information even if you lose a couple guys. In a perfect
Right.
world, as you lose guys, you're picking up kills as well, which they did effectively for the first 2 minutes of that round. So
Yeah, yeah, they were in the lead. They were up 5-4 and then 4-3, and then after that, once it went to 3-3, they kind of lost it.
yeah. So the objective just migrated down the street a little bit to the lane 1 North Street. This objective plays very much the same. Even the defensive or the offensive plays the same. It's just different lanes. I find this objective plays almost identically. So I don't always like to see them back to back in a match.
Yeah, pretty close. What's the spawns here for Marsac? I can't remember.
It's just
Right.
mansion, I
Both
believe.
mentioned.
Yep.
Yep. But behind it, not inside of it. I think it's the other one, closer to the Humvee on lane 1. That gives you the inside spawn.
That's right, yeah.
Looks like a 4-1 push by Shadow Kings here.
Shadow King's just sharing some positivity and some good talk between each other there.
Yeah. Smokes right away, obscuring the vision down lane 1. Nice. It's a really well placed smoke actually. They have to blind fire through it because they can't see anything down lane 1. Smith's got a great advantage right now.
So Smith's keeping them busy on a direct lane 1. Looks like Sharkfish is trying to get that line from second floor middle house towards the Humvee. That smoke really forces. Oh, Llewellyn picks up.
Holy
Luton.
crap, they're trying to flank us. I got one.
Good pickup by Lou.
Smith is almost to the semi already on lane 1. Oh, Peace Seller just gets a peek on him.
Somewhere behind center house. I'm down lane 1.
He almost made it there. Onward timing big time.
Oh, behind center. You got a good call out though. Yeah.
Yes, he gets picked up. Now Smith can be revived.
I'm wondering who will go for that. War Within looks like he's rotating around.
He is.
Got a couple big crosses to me.
3v4.
I think Jimbo.
Actually,
No. Jimbo's looking for Smith to come out, but I don't know if he's going to have a line on War for that cross. Farmer Boss. Almost the same angle. Good for a refrag. And
just
Captain
P goes
Torre.
down.
Yeah.
North side of lane 2, and Sharkfish picks up Farmer.
Just as I looked away, Farmer goes down.
Yep. Last man up
This is
by the great car near OBJ.
This is a tough position to be in as the last man because, again, it's a good position to defend the objective when you have a friend. But when you're alone, it's the first place to get smoked, flashed.
Is somebody going to pick up Smiths before Jimbo dies? That's the question.
It's always nice to see a 5-up offense.
Yeah.
That creates a lot of momentum, really pushes the team forward.
Within a little hesitant. He's going for it now. Smiths is up. 5-man offense. Jimbo doesn't stand a chance. He's dead.
And Sharkfish, yep. He didn't know that was the last one, it says.
That's how quick it happened.
Yep. That's, I was just about to say, I don't think they have a good count because they probably would have pushed that.
Yeah. Well done. That's
Yeah.
strong showing right there on offense. 5 guys up, even though 1 guy was downed. That's pretty strong on Suburbia.
Yep. Llewellyn taking the top fragger spot here, 5 and 3. Sharkfish 5 and 4. And Farmer Boss 4 and 3 for Nordique Tactique. And War Within 4 and 2. All right.
Same OBJ. Shadow Kings on defense. Let's see what Nordique Tactique can pull off.
So this
They're
is
gonna need some smokes for sure.
this is an interesting position to be in. When you start on the offensive team, you're at an advantage unless you can take a Marsoc offensive win. So for the Shadow Kings to be in position to take a map point on the defense on their map pick, it's a good position to be in.
Oh, this was Shadow King's map pick. Nice.
I believe so, because they would have started on offense on this one.
You're right. Yeah, that's getting that Marsoc win, man. When you have to, it feels good.
That momentum is everything.
It's a huge swing, man. Now you're on, you got the Volk advantage. All you gotta do is win defensive rounds, which should be easier. That's what you want.
Spirits are still high over with Nordique Tactique. Having a laugh in the backyard of mansion there.
You love to see it.
Now, these two teams, they play each other often enough throughout the regular season, and I don't think there's any hurt feelings or bad blood.
No. Good group of guys on both sides.
Sharkfish with some pre-fire on lane 2. Just Pete taking that. Oh, Peace Seller takes Cap. Llewellyn takes Luton. And yeah, we got Llewellyn downed.
Yeah, even with one trade, Peace Seller is causing some hate and discontent in lane 4 over here in the playground area. Sharkfish is next.
Peace Seller's position definitely gave up his position there, Sharkfish, with that confirm. However, I was going to say Sharkfish could get surprised by Just Pete, but I think he got some audio cues there. And Sharkfish takes him.
Nice flash. Oh, that was a frag.
Yeah.
A little undercooked.
Sharkfish looking for the wrong angle.
Peace Seller with the flash push onto Sharkfish.
Yep.
Nicely done.
Leaving Nordique Tactique in a 3-2 advantage. Smiths and War Within in a good spot.
Yeah, Smith's got some good cover here. You just got to be careful where he peeks. Here's the problem with this. He's exposed to several different angles. So when you do peek up, which way do you look?
And Peace Seller is in one of those positions where when Smiths looks up, he's not going to be looking all the way to lane 4.
Yeah, well, now he might because of the red smoke and green smoke. Peace Seller with the colorful smokes. I tell you what, makes the push, gets across.
So War went down there in
Nice.
that fray, and this leaves Smiths in a 1-3 disadvantage. Wide
Peace
open
Seller
to
picked
Peace
him
Seller.
up.
That is how quickly the momentum can change. Nordique Tactique taking their offensive round and gaining back that Volk advantage, that defensive advantage.
Peace Seller absolutely killing it over there in lane 4. I think he got 3 kills on that one, including a flash push on Shark, and then that last pickup on Smiths in the middle there.
We're getting a more interesting objective for our final round. Like I said at the beginning, we're playing to the best of 7, and this is now round 7.
Oh, here we go.
So we have
Burning house.
We have burning objective. Now, I like defending this one. I am not a big fan of trying to capture that objective, so I'd like to see how the Shadow Kings handle this and how they answer Nordique Tactique.
I don't think I've ever actually pulled off the sandbag kind of prone cap from here. I always get caught.
I'll zoom over there and get a look at what you're talking about. So you can go prone just beside these sandbags, or behind these sandbags, by the porch on the burning house. But you've got to clear out Volk Mansion, playground, and the backyards to get there. And by the time you do that, it's typically the defensive team knows where you are by the time you make that much noise. Another strong defensive position here that not a lot of people think about is the sandbags in the southeast corner.
Oh, way back there in the corner. Yeah, get prone. It's hard to dig you out of there.
Shadow King's getting the lane 1 north. Oh,
Round reset. Looks like we had a drop on Nordique Tactique. Maybe some
maybe
technical
just
issues we got to clean up.
maybe just one person that didn't get readied up in time. Yeah, here we go now.
All right, back in. Here we go.
Okay, there we go.
Full teams.
You guys still pushing lane 3? We doing one extra smoke?
Yeah, I'm going lane 3 to get the early line.
Extra smoke?
You can hear the
I can't hear you, man. I got
the tone has changed a little bit for the Shadow Kings.
Oh, here. Too late. Okay. Too late.
Bit more serious now.
A little bit more serious. We still they're still petting dogs, so it's not the end of the world yet for them.
It's like a heavy lane 3-4 push. Smoke's coming over the top.
Excellent, excellent smoke.
That was an incredible smoke.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever hit that one.
You know where he's at. Flash goes out.
Brother. Oh,
Peace Seller unfortunately takes out Jimbo. Shadow Kings, tons of utility happening. Smoke everywhere. These, if ever you're gonna get the sandbag smoke cap, it's right now.
Yep.
That is a lot of chaos happening.
Now
We
it's
do have Peace Seller in Volk Mansion.
yeah. That's that line that's going to prevent that sandbag cap is the peace seller.
However, he's not looking over there right now.
Nobody does take Llewellyn.
Now he's focused back in the playground area because lane 1 is cleaned up. Farmer.
Oh.
Ooh, wow. Farmer picks up 2,
Yep.
leaving Warworth in solo.
Just picked up Ward's point of view here.
Following overhead. 1v2. One guy still in Volk Mansion. And just Pete on the OBJ. Actually, no, he's not still in Volk Mansion.
No.
He's in the middle.
I'm not quite sure what that was, what he was shooting at.
But War Within should know where he is. Has War Within used that 203? It's likely just a smoke.
I did not see any black smoke.
If it was me, it probably wouldn't be a smoke.
The teams are playing by, I believe they're playing by VRML rules tonight.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
there shouldn't be any frag 203s.
Oh,
on
here
maps
he
too
is.
small.
He sees him. He sees him. He's gonna pick him up. 1v1. The patience.
There's that smoke. War Within clutches it.
Unbelievable.
That was
I
Shadow
didn't
Kings
even
were at
see
a
where his
distinct
203 smoke
disadvantage
landed.
there. It was right on the corner of the house.
Oh, I couldn't. It didn't render for me.
Okay.
Couldn't see it. So that's why Just Pete pushed out the way he did. Wow. So you can see around it. Nicely done. War Within with the patience. Pick the right spot. You know, I got to be honest with you. If I'm going to be a little critiquey, Peace Seller didn't need to push for that flank. He could have held his Volk Mansion window peak all the way to lane 4. They would have come out on top for sure.
Yep. Just throwing the scores up here. So we will see what map comes up next.
That was a close one.
That was
Back and forth, back and forth. They both got a Marsoc round. Shadow Kings pulled off two,
two
right?
Marsoc rounds, I think. Yeah.
Two Marsoc rounds on that one. Yeah, that was pretty close, man.
That's, you know what? For Suburbia to have Marsoc, because the last 3 rounds were Marsoc wins.
That's nuts, man.
That shows how close these teams are and how competitive they are. I was looking at some stats. Previous times that these teams have met up, it's always close. Like I said, the guys are fairly close.
Bizarre. I like Bizarre. It's a fun map.
As do I. It's one of my favorites.
All right, let me get these team names up.
All right, I'm going to drop a quick 30-second video while you and I get reset for the map.
All right.
Knife just
Don't do it!
happened.
John Wick, man.
All right, and we're back on Bazaar. Team names are up. Now, that's an interesting map pick, because this will be Nordique Tactique's map pick, and I haven't checked the website, reference our stats on this, but feeling like that's a risky map pick against Shadow Kings.
Yeah, but like you said in the previous one, these guys are these two teams play each other fairly often. As a former Shadow King active player, we scrimmed Nordique Tactique pretty regularly because they're a good match. You know, they're a team that communicates well. They can be aggressive sometimes, which, you know, we like to practice against. So not too surprised, but this is a pretty difficult map to start on Marsoc.
Absolutely. The difficult objective as well. There's a number of cap spots, so we're in the West Market objective here. And I'll just run the camera around. You can cap from inside of this annex on this building. You can cap from inside of this front room of the building, as well as just about anywhere out in this courtyard from about the camera position inwards. So, very difficult to defend, especially if you start getting picked off. This is not an objective I like to defend with less than 3 people. You can't watch every line with less than 3.
Yeah, it gets real hairy at 2, and if you're last guy up, man, if you don't have a kill count, even if you know it's 1v1, you should be nervous.
Absolutely. There's 2 spawns here. I'm going to zoom towards. Yep, there we go. They got the tank spawn in the east. Looks like they're setting up for a 4-1 split. Looks like Luton wants to push to the north.
I've been watching this whole time with no lasers. Jeez.
You know what? We're not going to talk about that.
No way. No way. Oh, no.
That's all right.
I just now realized it. All right. Peace Seller Jimbo covering Kia. We do have Sharkfish inside Kia. Not surprised. Just Pete pushing up to the east side of Kia Market.
I'm going to try and grab Sharkfish here just because I know he's pretty acrobatic and getting into Kiat on this objective, getting in there early and being quiet. But
Luton is pushing across the north here. Uncontested so far, but he is going to have to answer to Cap Doctore. Sharkfish with the suppressed 5-7. Picks up Jimbo and somehow evades Luton 8's refrag attempt.
Peace
Nice
Seller
pick
able
up
to
on
pick
Peace
up.
Seller.
Now, Sharkfish was able to get out some good comms on that kill. So both teams should be tracking. It's now 4 and 4. So that position by Sharkfish, really, really strong, really effective in Kiot. He was able to pick up an early kill. However, being that far away from this objective leaves the team with only 4 to defend an objective location that they require 3. So it's an interesting tactic to take that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, another risk to what Sharkfish did there was basically just ran a pistol so he could move a little faster. Probably dumped his primary at the beginning. Gives you a bit of a speed advantage to get into a tucked in position. But the downside to that is you could find yourself outgunned if you come up head to head with somebody that's got a rifle.
Now, in his defense, that's not what happened that time.
Not that time. Not that time. It was a risky maneuver. That time he just got surrounded and got picked up by somebody from a further angle. Yep. But it is a risky move. There is an advantage to it, but there is also some risk involved. Llewellyn looking right over Just Pete.
Llewellyn's in a strong ambush position, but I think
Just Pete does not go for the refrag, but he knows Llewellyn's there. Picks him up.
Oh.
No, he doesn't. Unbelievable. I thought Just Pete was going to get that refrag for sure.
I think Llewellyn might have spotted Just Pete through that window. I think that might have been a little bit of onward timing in his favor.
Oof. Wow. 4v2. Peace Seller and who's left up with a Farmer Boss a little bit behind. He's got to catch up. But they've got a tall order here. However, Peace Seller right now at that moment, or right now at this moment, is pretty dangerous. He's got a straight line to the OBJ. Llewellyn crashes back.
Yeah, we were talking about 3 being the absolute limit to defend this one. Good comms on the Shadow Kings to have that crash when they go down to 3.
Hag Doctor with a long line from north looking south on West Road here. Would you call this Northwest Road? I think so.
Yeah, I think I would.
Peace Seller, does he know Llewellyn was there? Or he's just clearing corners. He may get picked up here by Llewellyn.
Llewellyn or Cap.
What they need now is some utility. They need some smokes, a little onward timing.
And Llewellyn takes Farmer Boss. Peace Sellers, yeah, right there, knows exactly where he is. But with a good count, Cap Doctori's turned his attention towards West Road, knowing that there's no one else left.
Does Peace Seller have any utility left on him? Let's check. He's got a green smoke. He probably has a red smoke as well. That's right. This is Peace Seller. Oh, unfortunate. Does not account for the rat hole in the wall. Northeast corner. Cap Doctor picks him up.
You got to have good comms for that to have worked. Cap Doctor needed to know that there was no one on that north side before he could turn his attention through that rat hole. So good comms were super important there.
He had that line, that goal line. Peace Seller had to cross to get there. Unfortunately, he died with some utility on him. You never want to do that, especially if you're in the position you're in where he was right there, crossing a street in general, let alone trying to look for that rat hole in the north. He should have been using some of that smoke.
Yeah. Now budgeting that utility, especially as you're getting close to the objective. You don't want to give away your position. You want to save that for just another 30 seconds to be able to smoke out the objective. But you run the risk. It is a budget.
For sure.
Now I wonder if Shadow Kings will take the same spawn, or if they'll get the spawn to the south.
I kind of like the south spawn personally.
So do I.
I prefer it. I prefer it.
I don't like that Broadway cross from the tank. You're out in the open way too long.
I like the south one. You can get into the southwest buildings here and start creeping your way north from there. Pretty easy. You got tons of cover. pretty much up until the hotel corner here on the west side above the white truck. Yeah, I definitely prefer that.
Well, let's see. The Shadow Kings
Not
do
what they
not get
get.
it. Yeah.
Mirror spawn. Wah wah. What do they do with it? Let's see.
Yeah, Whistle's gorgeous. Even in the loot too.
It's like
Mobs are,
Mobstar
yeah,
heading
pushing
north.
East Market by what I was seeing there. Yep. Shark pushes Center Market.
Wow, smoking to cross the man to the south. Mobstar picks up Loot and Nate. Peace Seller and Loot and Nate both lose their lives.
Yeah,
That's
that-
early.
On this objective,
Is
that is
it?
super early.
Is this a 5-minute timer? I think it might be a 5-minute timer.
Oh, yeah, that you're not wrong. So then technically it's not the VRML rules, but
Probably is for the weapons.
yeah.
Still Fox.
War Within
Is there one in Coyote?
over here. West Lane smokes on the east side of that West Market Blue Room. Farmer Boss not looking to the south, so War Within is going to be able to get pretty close here. There we go.
Those smokes are definitely going to do
Oh,
some
he
work
went-
there.
He backed off. I thought he was going to move north. Major Cap Doctore.
Farmer Boss picks up Mobstar.
On peut compter qu'au 4 pour là.
Nordique Tactique right now with a good count.
Jimbo with AK-104 shots onto Major Cap Doctore.
Yeah.
All the way in the west behind the wall. Blind frag into the west market.
Who
What
else?
I picked up
Just
just Pete. Farmer Boss with the refrag.
Yep, War Within with the refrag.
Jesus,
on
Sharkfish is
Jimbo.
across the street and pushing to OBJ fast. Tablets out. Guns up trade. Sharkfish saw his opportunity. He pushed at it, man.
Yep.
I didn't think he was going to pull his tablet because knowing Sharkfish, he's generally not the guy to run to OBJ and immediately pull the tablet out. But good call on him. He picked his gun back up. It looked like he was thinking about it, but he picked his gun back up and got the trade for the win.
You know what? I have, not that I have any right to pick on Sharkfish with how well he's been doing tonight and always, but
For sure.
I have commented on that before. In terms of just being prepared to cap and pushing with the tablet, and I think he just proved me wrong. Push with the gun.
Yeah, in that instance, for sure, man.
Yeah,
But you know, that's the game of Onward. You know, 50% of the time, you look the wrong way every time.
that's right.
If he would have came in with the tablet out, he'd have got shot immediately. Could have been the other way around though. Next OBJ,
East Market.
northeast. Yeah.
That's this is a tough one. There's some really good defensive positions, but I think most of the good ones are well known. It's easy to get some utility onto them. This objective can be captured from around this corner, from underneath that awning behind the pillars, or from anywhere out here in the courtyard. But it's mostly those covered positions that are more concerned about.
Got two spawns here for Marsoc. One directly west of the objective courtyard near this red truck here on Northwest Road. And then the other one, if I'm not mistaken, is further south on Southwest Road.
Yep.
Near the Blue Hotel sign somewhere.
So that Northwest Road red truck spawn, we would call it quick spawn, a little bit closer to the objective. And then the Southwest, not quick spawn.
Right. What do we draw?
Nordique Tactique
And-
draws not quick spawn.
All right. A little bit more work for them to do. That's okay.
This map is really busy. It's hard to have good call-outs. East Courtyard, East Market, West Courtyard, West Market. It's hard to remember all of them, so sometimes we boil things down to quick and not quick.
Yeah. Tell you what, man, it's hard to get an appreciation for this map and all the details in it and how good it looks when you're on the ground playing,
Absolutely.
as opposed to flying around in caster view.
And there's some verticality to this map as well. There's quite a few buildings with second floor balconies.
Could you imagine if you can get into every single one of these rooms and every single one of these levels? Oh man, that would be a nightmare.
I don't think the 5-minute rounds would work.
Absolute nightmare, man. All right.
The offense is
Broadway.
mostly pushing south. They're already down to southeast, though. He's seller on the market there.
Yeah, I'm following along with him. He's solo mission, trying to get some intel, I'm sure, for the rest of his team as they push around that southeast corner. No contact yet, but
I think it's coming.
oh yeah, got Major Captoctory in the building, OBJ building, it looks like, and Sharkfish inside the market here.
I think Mobstar is going to be a key defender for this push, but he is in a very, very well-known defensive spot. So,
if you look at Sharkfish's position here, this is a pretty nasty position. It's dark. You got a great peek over the barrels there. This is hard to root somebody out from.
Yeah, and you're black on black there.
Yeah, you have the fridge.
Yeah, got the bench behind you for some cover, the barrels in front of you for a little cover.
Oh, yeah.
Although I think you can shoot through those. Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
That spot used to be very, very powerful. I've almost stopped using it because I keep getting shot there from refrigerator room.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye out.
Captoctory makes a good call out for the time, less than 3 minutes, and Sharkfish mentions that someone's definitely crawling in that case. And the timing on that is excellent. Sharkfish is going to see that smoke come out of Peace Cellar, and that position is now burned. As we catch up with the 4-man push from Nordique Tactique, making that Broadway cross at Tank.
Lasers everywhere.
Yep.
These guys watching all the angles.
Mobstar takes Jimbo,
picks him up.
and
Luton
Luke.
does not check.
And yeah, look at that. Okay. War Within takes Pete, and just like that, it's down to Peace Cellar. Sharkfish takes him.
Wow. I think Mobstar got 3 on that one.
He did.
Was that 3?
Yep.
Oh. That was a nasty ambush position. And, you know, if you're going to push the edges the way that team of 4 was pushing the edges, you got to push all the way to the edges.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the one edge they didn't clear. That's the one Mobstar was waiting behind, and picked up 3 of them. It's unfortunate they didn't triangulate where his ambush was coming from sooner.
Yeah, Mobstar played that much better than I would have. I tend to sink back after I get a kill, expecting that refrag attempt. He pushed right out, and he capitalized on that.
Pretty nasty, pretty devastating to that 4-man push. It fell apart immediately.
Yeah.
Question is now, will Shadow Kings get the quick spawn? If they do, what do we do with it? Will they push immediately, or gain some ground and hold? Try to get some rotations, get a couple early picks before they make a concerted effort onto that OBJ.
Yeah. I really want to. I want to revisit the Nordique Tactique offensive there, because as much as it kind of fell apart to that ambush from Mobstar, it was all at once. And for the first 2.5 minutes, the Shadow Kings had no idea where Nordique Tactique was, and the communication and the timing for that push definitely could have gone the other way.
For sure. I mean, if they would have just checked that corner, even if Mobstar only would have got 1 and it got refragged, They were still pretty heavy on that side, and there wasn't that much defense on that side, and
That's
so they
right.
could have quickly crashed on after that refrag, since the cat would have been out of the bag and did some damage. But unfortunately, they didn't pick Mobstar up soon enough, and he caused too much damage.
Oh, look at that.
Onward is seriously, man, a game of inches, dude. This
Oh, yeah.
game. It's the one corner you don't check, or you know, maybe don't check deep enough. Oh, Luton takes shots,
One cross south by the tank.
but makes it across. Makes it across to the south. Now Luton is a serious threat, and the offense has to hold up and wait for that flank because they know he's coming.
Cap was able to get the good call out there that there was a south cross.
C'est moins 4 dans la porte.
Peace Seller able to get Mobstar from Kiot.
Doc, one's in the same windows you were in.
Llewellyn is about to get into it with Luton. He takes him out.
So much faster push from the Shadow Kings, but pretty much the same thing in terms of all the action happening at once.
Right. Sharkfish with the Overwatch position in the Center Street Hotel. He's coming down, making his way over to the Kiot market. War within, watching OBJ from the west side of the market. Keep an eye on Kiot. Peace Seller looks like he's making a little bit of a flank maneuver across the north. This could be dangerous.
Catch up with him here.
Oh, he's going wide.
Nordique Tactique with a 4-3 advantage over Shadow Kings now.
Did Peace Seller go too wide is the question.
That depends how quickly Mobstar and Sharkfish move.
Right, if War Within starts to push in,
yeah,
Peace Seller
War
might be he might get left behind. I'm still following along with Peace Seller to see how his flank works out.
I'm going to catch up with Llewellyn here in the east. Because it looks like he's, just about to get engaged by Jimbo, leaving Nordique Tactique with a 4-2 advantage. Seems like they have a good count. Jimbo rotating his attention back in towards the objective.
203 smoke goes out.
Yeah, it didn't render for me.
Let
Oh,
me
yes
see
it
if I
did.
can-
Right on the objective. Look at that.
You shoot it up and it come back down?
Yeah, that's unreal from that position.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
War trades with Peace Seller. So there's that.
Oh, actually, no, he didn't go up. He went through the windows.
Did he? All right.
Yeah. If it went up, there's no way it would come back down that close to the building from where he was. It'd be across the courtyard. Sharkfish picks up just Pete. Make it a 2v1.
And Jimbo.
Oh, pressure on the OBJ from Sharkfish. Farmer Boss comes back.
Farmer
Sharkfish
Boss
said
making lots
he
of
may have an
noise.
advantage.
Oh, yep. I don't
Wow.
believe that.
Unbelievable.
Unreal
Sharkfish
move.
pulls off 3 or 4. Did War Within take one before he went out? I know he put the smoke on.
You know what? I wasn't even watching. A lot of that happened so quickly.
Yeah,
But
I think
Sharkfish
Sharkfish
took
might have
3.
got all 4 of those guys. He took 3 of them?
3 for sure.
Impressive.
Yeah.
And all of that started, unfortunately for Peace Seller, he was he was way off objective on a bit of a flank, so he was crashing back and maybe getting only pieces of information from what he could hear. But the smoke through the building from War Within across the Kiot market, through the building onto the OBJ area, that caused some rotations. War Within traded with someone, but those rotations allowed Sharkfish to make a couple picks, bringing it down to 1v1. And at that point, he had the advantage because Farmer Boss was crashing back from a little bit off of the OBJ, and Shark was a little closer.
Yeah. No, there was excellent position for Sharkfish to capitalize on that, and a little bit of onward timing in his favor for sure. But that was an unbelievable clutch. That whole round, Nordique Tactique was up and played that as well as I would have expected.
It shows the effectiveness of well-placed utility, man.
Yeah.
He put a smoke in a good spot, and you cause even just one person to move and get picked off, a domino effect could happen around that defensive perimeter, leaving the entire defense just crumbling.
So on that note, we got 5 concurrent viewers. I think it's just going to start to peter off now as we reach the end. That was a much closer game than the scores really allude to. That was a 4-2 victory on Egress for the Shadow Kings, 4-3 on Suburbia, and 4-0 on Bazaar, which that does not communicate how well Nordique Tactique played that map. But
no, it just didn't go their way. You know what I mean? Like I said, Onward is a game of inches, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
There was at least 2 rounds there where I was sure that Nordique Tactique was going to take it, and one of them was a Marsoc round as well. So that could have gone the other way. However, we're gonna call it on a Shadow Kings victory, 12 rounds to 5. That's a phenomenal score. As the guys leave the lobby here. So, I think we're about to call it. Gun, thank you so much for joining me again, and we'll keep doing these. Next time, I will remember to get the lasers on a little bit earlier than map 3, and I will remember to turn off my night vision before the end of the night map.
Next time, I'm gonna make a checklist, man. Turn lasers on. It's gonna be number 2 on the checklist.
I don't have any space left on my screen for any more checklists.
I can't wait to watch the playback, man.
Awesome.
As always, a good time, man. This is fun. I like doing this.
Yeah, man. Thanks again.
Yep.
All
Take
right.
it easy.
Have a good night.
John Wick, man.